Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Chilltown Hoops. I'm your host, Jermaine. The youngsters call me OG. My friends call me J-Dub. Let's get to it. Well, what did I see last night? I saw a focused group in Milwaukee. I saw a bunch of guys who made it clear that we are not coming back here. And in order for that to happen, we have to outplay these guys. And how are we going to do that? We're going to do what we continue doing. We're going to put the pressure on Chris Paul. We're going to do what we can to make Booker make tough shots. We're going to keep DeAndre Ayton neutral. Well, earlier it didn't look like that. Phoenix came out like a prize fighter, throwing haymakers. And it looked like they were trying to end this early to make it clear that we're here and we're not going home and that we're going to take control of this series. 37 points in the first quarter. They shored up the dirty work battle. They end up winning they end up shoring up the dirty work battle. They got out rebounded 37-35. Not bad. On the offensive backboard, they lose 11-8. It's a lot better than 31-10. They win the assist battle. So they shored up the dirty work. So where was the difference in this series? Well, where was the difference in last night's game? They got outscored in the second quarter, 43-24. That's plus 19. Now, mind you, this is the same group that shored up the dirty work battle. Milwaukee didn't have one guy in double figures rebounding last night. Not one. Phoenix had 8 and he had 10. Problem is that they gave up 70, going into the fourth quarter last night, they gave up 79 second chance points. That's huge because every possession counts at this time of the season. Every possession. Especially when you're facing a possible elimination game. Chris Paul, after the first quarter, he looked sluggish. He looked neutralized. He didn't look like he was sharp after the first quarter. And then he got it back together later on in the game. I mean, he made all 3 of his threes. He started taking care of the basketball a little better. I would like to have seen them get DeAndre more involved. I mean, he went 20 and 10 last night, but it was really quiet. They shot 23s, made 13 of them. That's 60% from the 3-ball. So if something's working, what do? You stick with it. And they kind of went away from that. And they went away from that by getting Book more involved. And they got him more involved one-on-one and in isolations, which is difficult in the playoffs because you can load up on that, and that's easy to guard. When I got one guy in front of me with the ball and I don't have a whole lot of action going on off the ball, that's not nearly as difficult to guard. Not nearly. When the ball's moving, that means people are moving. And when people are moving, that means that the defense is going to be potentially on its heels. Well, the ball wasn't doing that last night. The ball kind of got stuck in Booker's hands a lot. Now, mind you, he went for 40 last night. He went off. He made some tough shots. Middleton made him make some tough shots. Jrue Holiday made him make some tough shots. They made it hard on him. But without the ball movement, they were a lot less difficult to guard last night than any other time. Milwaukee got back to switching on the perimeter, which I didn't like. And that was largely due to no communication between these guys with PJ Tucker and Jrue Holiday and Middleton not really communicating. And I thought it was largely PJ Tucker kind of just doing whatever he wanted while he was out there. I'm still having a tough time with Brook Lopez being on the floor because he stops. I mean, Lopez is a long ball shooter. I can appreciate that. But he, in these playoffs, has been the most effective when he's playing closest to the basket. And he's not doing that. He's not doing that at all. He hasn't been doing that. And that's been largely due to that demand not being put on him to rebound more, to protect the rim more. But I know that that's his game. That's who he is. He's a long ball shooter. He's a big who shoots the long ball. He doesn't rebound as much as I'd like for him to do that. That's why Bobby Portis is necessary. 9 points, 3 rebounds off the bench in 19 minutes. That was crucial. We need that. Because Bobby Portis is an energy guy. And he came in and brought a lot of energy. I love what Connaughton did last night. 14 points. 4 for 6 on the long ball. And he's not afraid. Not only is he not afraid to make open shots, he's not afraid to take open shots. And that puts so much pressure on Phoenix's defense. So much. Milwaukee in their transition game was really good last night. Phoenix had a really difficult time stopping them in transition. And they also had a difficult time with Giannis because Phoenix doesn't have a guy like Giannis. I mean, they got Ayton who gets up and down the floor in transition. Young guy, rim protects, rim runs. But they don't have a guy who handles the basketball and who does the things that Giannis does in transition. And that's huge for Milwaukee. I like how Milwaukee kept their composure down the stretch when Phoenix was coming back. How they held it together. Because it looked like they were gonna fall apart, but they didn't. And that was largely due to their ability to defend in crucial moments. So I got a lot of flack from Book driving into a double team and then getting stripped. He got triple teamed. Well, he ran into a wall. The play was designed for him to go to the basket and to get a good look. He ran into a wall. And he was looking to get off the ball. He thought he had Jrue Holiday in his pocket, but he lost sight of him, which would explain why he turned the ball over. He was looking to get off the ball. He was absolutely looking to get off the ball because he had a wall in front of him, which meant somebody was open. Chris Paul made some big shots at the end of the game. He did. He went 3 for 3 on the long ball. But I thought for the most part that they dealt with him really well. I thought that they neutralized him really well. They didn't get much from Cameron Payne. They didn't get much from Cam Johnson. That bench, Milwaukee's bench outscored their bench 23-15. So that was big. They needed all 23 of those points. All 23 of them. So the question now is where do we go from here? If we're Milwaukee, we got the road win that we needed. We don't need to come back out here. This series needs to end on Tuesday night. There's no reason why we need to come back out here. We got the road win we were looking for. We came out here and we outplayed them. We did a better job than them in transition. We did a better job than them on defense. We withstood their storm in the first quarter, which was huge. We withstood that. And we came out here and we took care of business. So there's no reason for us to come back out here. None. When we go home, the same thing that we've done in the previous 3 games, continue that. Continue to slow down their transition game. Continue to get on the backboard. Continue to stay on the plus side in the dirty work battle. Taking care of the basketball. Rebounding the basketball. Giannis had 5 offensive rebounds yesterday. 5 of them. That's huge. Like I said, they had 79 going into the fourth quarter. They had 79 to 53 on second chance points. There's your difference in the ball game right there. Almost plus 25 almost. That's huge. Continue to do what you're doing. Winning the dirty work battle. Slowing down their transition game. Book had 40 in both those games. Took 33 shots yesterday. You got to make it tough on him. How does Phoenix get back in this? Well, the first thing that they have to do is they have to get their heads together and recognize that the series isn't over. Because if they come in with that mentality, the series is over. The ball has to start moving. And they got to sustain runs. When they go on a run or when they get Phoenix down, they got to hold them down. And that's going to be the difference in them winning and losing. So, alrighty, guys. It's great talking to you. And we'll do this again really soon. Take it light, but take it.